The International Olympic Committee has elected Zimbabwean sports minister and two-time Olympic swimming champion, Kirsty Coventry as its 10th president, making her the first woman and first African to hold the position.
국제올림픽위원회 IOC 총회에서 짐바브웨의 체육 청소년부 장관이자 올림픽 수영 이관왕인 커스티 커번트리가 제10대 위원장으로 선출되면서 IOC 역사상 첫 아프리카 출신이자 첫 여성 위원장이 탄생했습니다.
Yeah, so a vote was held last Friday to choose the successor of Thomas Bach, who has been the IOC president since 2013. And Coventry actually won 49 out of 97 votes, so just over a simple majority. She's 41 years old, and like the headline suggests, she's a former Olympic swimming champion. And her campaign to run for this position was really focused on low-cost, eco-friendly, and having a harmonious sort of Olympic Games. So she is the first woman and the 10th. And I looked at sort of a list of all the former IOC presidents, and they've all been European male, except for one American man. But she is sort of breaking barriers here as the first woman to lead the IOC, which is a very powerful position.
It is a very powerful position, yeah. She was elected.
Yeah, if you're elected, pretty simple enough. You're selected or you're chosen.
그렇죠.
Right? Elections.
선출됐다. 선거로 이렇게 뽑혔을 때 be elected라고 표현을 수동태로 할 수도 있겠고 아니면은 이제 누가 이렇게 선출을 했느냐. The IOC elected Coventry 이렇게 표현할 수도 있겠죠.
Right.
능동태로.
And the IOC members elected Coventry. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
IOC.
Coventry was selected by the
Yeah.
IOC. That's what I meant.
맞아요. 수동태, 능동태 다 가능하겠고. And holding the position, what does that mean?
Yeah, if you hold a position, that means you're occupying a certain role or a job. Usually that means that job has some responsibility and authority with that role.
자, 그러니까 어떤 위치, 직책을 맡다라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 hold a position. 이 position이라는 게 그러니까 어떤 자리를 보통 얘기하거든요. 여기서 그런 의미가 되겠고 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. The International Olympic Committee, or IOC, has elected Zimbabwean sports minister and two-time Olympic swimming champion Kirsty Coventry as its 10th president, making her the first woman and first African to hold the position. Let's move on to the next headline.
The BBC has underscored expert warnings that kitchen sponges can harbor up to 54 billion bacteria per square centimeter as they provide an ideal environment for bacteria to thrive.
BBC는 부엌에서 사용하는 스펀지형 수세미가 세균이 번식하기 좋은 환경을 갖춘 탓에 1제곱센티미터당 세균이 최대 540억 마리까지 발견될 수 있다는 전문가의 경고를 보도했습니다.
Yeah, I've always thought about this because sponges, by definition, they soak up everything, liquids and everything, and that means they're warm, they're damp, and
they might have food waste.
And they might have food waste in it.
them,
So it's a perfect environment for these sort of microbial organisms to sort of feast on. And so, like the headline suggests, what the BBC did was they highlighted or they emphasized, they underscored this new study by this German microbiologist in 2017, which found that a whopping 362 species of microbes were found in a sponge, and the density of bacteria reached up to 54 billion individuals per square centimeters, and that's the same as a human stool sample.
그래요. 자, 이게 2017년 보고서 내용인데 이거를 BBC가 재조명한 겁니다. 그러면서 하나의 그 특별 기사를 쓴 거죠. 그래서 2017년 보고서 내용에 따르면은 이렇게 우리가 주방 그 설거지 할 때 쓰는 스펀지를 좀 유심히 살펴봐야겠다라는 기사를 쓴 거고요. 뭐 가능하면 스펀지보다는 브러쉬를 쓰는 거를 좀 추천한다 이런 내용도 들어 있고 이 이제 1제곱센티미터당 540억 마리의 세균이 들어 있는 거는 스툴. 그래서 스툴이라는 거는 우리 변입니다, 변. 그것만큼이나 세균이 많은 득실득실되는 아주 깨끗하지 않은 환경이니 요거를 좀 생각을 해라. 다 그렇다는 건 아닙니다. 네.
Right, because some people think that heat or hot water can actually eliminate this, but that didn't really help either, according to this study. But before you go home and throw your sponge away, it's important to note that this study also found that any food poisoning cases or sicknesses involved or directly related to this was not as high. So, in fact, 90% of any hospitalizations for these sort of food poisonings are linked to just 5 pathogens. These are bacteria, things like salmonella. So thankfully, these are quite rare in sponges. So
That is true. Absolutely. 그래요. 근데 이렇게나 많은 세균이 득실되는 스펀지는 좀 드물기는 합니다. 늘상 다 그렇다는 건 아니고요. 그다음 또 스펀지를 우리가 잘 건조시키고 거기에 음식물 찌꺼기가 하나도 없게끔 잘 관리를 하면 괜찮아요. 근데 문제는 습하고 damp, 그 다음에는 이제 food waste, 음식물 쓰레기가 거기에 껴 있고, 그 다음에 하나는 또 뭐였죠?
Warm.
그죠. 따뜻한 이런 환경을 방치를 해두면은 따뜻함 속에서 음식물이 이제 더 썩어서 세균이 번식을 할 수 있다. 이런 얘기였거든요.
I think it's just best to practice good, clean hygiene practices in the kitchen because if, say, for example, salmonella bacteria got into the sponge, that's when you get in trouble. But what you want to do is you want to separate your meats when you're handling raw sort of chicken or pork, perhaps. You want to keep that separate. You want to clean your cutting board and your knife, right?
Exactly. Practicing hygiene. 굉장히 좋은 표현인데요. 좋은 위생 습관을 들인다. 이거 영어로는 practicing hygiene이라고
Good
합니다.
hygiene practices, right?
그렇죠.
Yeah, you can say as well.
네, 그래서 practice라는 게 여기서는 연습이 아니고요. 실제로 어떤 행동을 한다라는 뜻인데 평소에 우리가 위생을 잘 생각하고 그다음에 수세미를 잘 건조시키고 깨끗하게 유지하면 그러면 괜찮습니다.
Yeah, all throughout the pandemic, we talked about practicing good hygiene.
Yes,
right?
practicing good hygiene. That's right. Washing your hands for, was it 1 to 2 minutes or something?
Right,
I don't
singing happy
think-
birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
Covering your mouth with your elbow, sort
Yeah.
of when you sneeze.
Absolutely.
We should still be doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
그래요. 자, 여기서 underscore라는 거는 뭐 highlighting, 강조하다, 재조명하다 이런 의미로 해석을 할 수 있겠고, 그다음에 harbor 한번 보겠습니다.
Oh, yeah. So to harbor something would be to protect or sort of shelter something. A good example is always if there's a criminal and criminal is trying to hide from the police and you help that person hide from the police, that means you are harboring a criminal.
Yeah, exactly. harbor something이라는 것은 무언가에 집이 된다라는 의미가 원래는 있어요. 그러니까 이 수세미가 박테리아의 밀집 장소가 될 수 있다. These kitchen sponges can harbor a lot of bacteria. So that's why you want to keep it clean.
Right.
그 다음에는 bacteria thrive under certain conditions.
Yes, so it prospers and flourishes. It blooms. So it grows and expands, basically.
그렇죠. thrive라는 것은 아주 잘 지낸다라는 의미가 있습니다. 그래서 그냥 이렇게 박테리아가 뭐 조금 뭐 생기고 하는 정도가 아니라요. 엄청나게 번식을 하는 게 여기서는 thrive가 되겠고 식물도 그냥 자라는 식물이 있고요. 그다음에 굉장히 잘 자라는 식물들이 있어요. 그거를 케어링을 잘 해주고 좋은 뭐 빛을 받고 좋은 뭐 물이나 이런 뭐라 그러나요? 비료 이런 거 속에서 식물을 키우면 the plants not only just live, they can thrive.
Right.
그러면 아주 잎사귀도 잘 나고 이럴 수도 있겠죠.
And people can
People,
thrive, obviously,
people.
right?
네.
Let's say, he went to med school and he thrived at med school, meaning he did very well.
그렇죠. 네. 그래서 의대에 갔는데 이 학생이 정말 날개 단 것처럼
Yeah, exactly.
공부를 너무나 재미있게 잘하고 잘 지냈다. 그래서 그냥 지내는 정도가 아니라 이때는 이제 어떤 학교니까 공부도 잘하고 즐기고 이랬다. 그랬을 때 영어로는 he thrived at med school 이렇게 표현을 할 수 있을 것 같네요. thrive. It's just not just living. It's not just surviving.
Yeah.
It's surviving really well. 자, 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. The BBC has underscored expert warnings that kitchen sponges can harbour up to 54 billion bacteria per square centimetre as they provide an ideal environment for bacteria to thrive. Now let's move on to the final headline.
A series of hacks known as sleep maxing, aimed at improving sleep and ranging from taking melatonin supplements to mouth taping for nasal breathing, has become a trending topic on social media.
멜라토닌 보충제 복용부터 코로 숨쉬기 위한 입 테이핑까지 수면을 개선해준다는 일명 슬립 맥싱으로 알려진 다양한 방법들이 소셜미디어에서 화제가 되고 있습니다. 이 스펠링이 sleep, M-A-X-X-I-N-G.
Yeah.
이게 X가 두 개 들어가네요.
It's not really a real word. I mean, it's a neologism.
Yeah. 소셜
right?
미디어에서 만든 단어죠.
Yeah. The important thing here is that it's a hack, right? So these sort of kind of quick ways, shortcuts to achieving some sort of result. And in this case, we're talking about people who have trouble falling asleep,
Right.
Which I know a lot of people suffer from. So there are many sort of what do you call those? Like not urban legends, but things that come down from generations.
Oh, like midwives,
Old wives' tales.
Old wives' tales. Yeah,
those
not
are
midwives,
things. They're not really proven in fact, but you see these things on the internet, and they always look good. But I guess there are some ways, such as taking melatonin. Melatonin's I believe it's an over the counter. No, it's not over the counter. It's prescribed here in Korea, but you can get it over the counter in other countries. But that
Okay.
helps in sleeping. But experts say really there's no real hack. The best way is to just sleep consistently on a consistent basis. Don't overeat before you go to bed. Excuse me, and reducing caffeine intake before later in the day, which is another way too. Exercise, I think, helps as well.
Absolutely. hack. H-A-C-K. 이건 이제 꿀팁이라는 의미로 보시면 되겠습니다. 그래서
Which is kind of a new expression too.
Yeah, it
right?
is. Yeah, life hacks. 그냥 hacks라고도 하는데 여기서는 이제 sleeping hack가 되겠죠. 잠 잘 자는 꿀팁들 해서 소셜 미디어에 요즘 이게 유행이래요. sleep maxing이라는 표현을 쓰면서 어떻게 하면은 잘 잘 수 있는가 그러면서 멜라토닌 보충제를 복용해라 입에다가 테이프를 이렇게 붙여가지고 코로 숨쉬게 해라 등등등 여러 가지 이런 키워드가 유행이랍니다. hack
Yeah.
네.
Hack, hack has different meanings too, if I
Yeah.
may just explain real
Yeah,
quick,
sure.
right? Like hack as a verb, it means to cut.
Cut.
Very, not in a clean way. It's just kind of a rough
Yeah.
cut. But also computer hacking, right? When you sort of invade another computer system. Hacking is used a lot, right?
Exactly. 예, 우리가 해크라는 말을 단어를 많이 쓰네요. 해킹할 때도 쓰고 그다음에 원래는 이제 자르다라는 의미도 있는데 좀 예쁘게 자르는 게 아니라 정말 이렇게 어떻게 보면 도끼로 나무를 그냥 마구잡이로 이렇게 자를 때 아니면 토막 낼 때,
Yeah.
네, 그럴 때 해킹이라고 하기도 하는데 자 그런 의미보다는 여기선 꿀팁, hack, H-A-C-K. 그다음에 보충제, supplement.
Yeah, supplement would be something that supports. You see the SUPP there. So something that's added to something in order to complete or enhance it. In this case, what's left out is melatonin is a dietary supplement, right? So it's a supplement that helps in your diet and in your regular life too, I guess.
Yep, 맞아요. 자, 보충제, supplement. 자, 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. A series of hacks known as sleep maxing, aimed at improving sleep and ranging from taking melatonin supplements to mouth taping for nasal breathing, has become a trending topic on social media. 요 trending이라는 단어도 알아두시면 좋습니다. 요즘에 최대 그 관심사다 이런 의미죠.
So it's popular.
네. Well, that's it for the headlines.